What's up guys, it's Dallas here, and today we are going to be working on our X pixel art. This will be video number 4, and in this video we're going to be continuing on where we left off in the either towards the beginning or the end of the last video. I mentioned that in this video we'll be working on the more harder part, or at least I consider it pretty hard. So if you need to, slow down the video, and that's just a little heads up. And so yeah, so the first thing we're going to be doing is try to figure out what the heck we're going to be doing, because there's so many different ways we can go with this. So, and by that I mean we could work up top first by continuing the outline, or we could work on the main part, and I think the main part is the way I'm going to go for now, and I'm going to come back and do the outline later on. And so that way, and then either in the next video or later on this one, we can work on that part. So we'll see how things go. Okay, so the first thing I want to start off with is we're going to start placing on top of the white terracotta all the way to birchwood log, the second one right here, and then on top of the iron blocks that we place the second one, we're going to place us white concrete, and then we're going to place us iron blocks to the left of the white concrete all the way back down. We are then going to place the right of this white concrete right here. We're going to place us two layers of 2, so 1 2 1 2 like this, and then we're going to go up to again 1 2 1 to the right on top of the right iron block, and then 1 white concrete to the left. We are then going to go back to where we placed our 1 white concrete on top of the birchwood logs, and we're going to place us white concrete on top and then to the left like this. So that's 1, and then we're going to do another row, that's 2, and then on top of the left 1 2, and then we're going to place us iron block on top of the right, and then we are going to do a layer of 3. So we're going to go 1 2 3, and then 4, 1 to the right, and then on top of the far right white concrete like that. So hopefully I explained that good. We did 2 layers of 3, so of white concrete, 1 2, and then a layer 2 with iron blocks to the right, and then we did 4, but I did 3, and then I did 1, and then up 1 on top of the 1. Okay, to the left of the white concrete we have placed is sticking up at the top. We're going to place iron blocks all the way over to the iron block that's next to the bone block. From there, what we are going to do next is we are going to build up on top of the white concrete that's sticking up, and we're going to go up 3 1 2 3, go 1 to the right, and then place us white concrete. From there, what we are going to do next is we are going to go to the right of the white concrete over here to our left, and go up 2 1 2 with iron blocks, and then from on top of where we have this, where we place our 2, and 1 over to the left where the white concrete is, the iron block above the white concrete, and we're going to place it right there, and we're going to place 1 to the right. We are then going to place us, okay, I'm trying to read what this said. We're going to place us 2 layers of 2 of white concrete on top of it. So starting on the far right white concrete, we're going to go 1 2, and then 1 2. On top of the left, we're going to white concrete and place us an iron block, then place us white concrete to the right. We are then, and when I said I was trying to read this, I'm trying to read, someone had commented something, they said they need help, and that's why I was trying to read see what this did. Oops, and there goes my phone. Alright, we next are going to place us white concrete on top of the iron block, and then 1 over to the right, and then place white concrete on top of the left. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to place us 4 white concrete to the left. So we're going to go 1 2 3 4, and then 1 down, And then we're gonna go from the far left. We're gonna go back over one to the right, and then we're gonna go place a block there and place 2 more to the left. 1, 2, like this. Right from there, we are going to fill in around it just iron blocks. Like in between that little gap right there. We are then going to simply we're gonna go over here to the left of the birchwood planks, and we're gonna place us white concrete underneath the 2 right here, and then we're gonna place 2 to the right of the 2 birchwood 2 white concrete to the right of 2 birchwood logs, and then we're gonna place us go over here and place us an iron block in between this little gap in between the birchwood logs. And then we're going to take our white concrete and we're going to build it from on top where we built up to all the way over to the edge of the birchwood logs. And if you want to check, that's just 2 birchwood logs, should be right there underneath the white concrete from the iron block. We are then going to take our white concrete again and go 2, 3 to right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 like this, and then we're going to skip a block and go 3 again. 1, 2, 3. In the middle of that 3, we're going to build up 1. So we're going to go 1, and then we're going to place an iron block in between the white concrete, and we're going to fill all this in like that. Fill it in a row with iron blocks. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to do another row, and we're just going to go actually hold up on that. Before we start that, we're gonna place a few blocks on the outline so we can go along with the part that we're working on. So whenever we touch the top like this, we're gonna start placing some of our outline if we're up to that point. So we're gonna place us a normal diorite on top of a birchwood log right here to our left, and then place this polished diorite on top of the white concrete powder. We are then going to place us 3 birchwood logs to the right. So we got 1, 2, and place birchwood log 3, break the one that we place underneath like that, and then we'll come back to that part later. We are now going to go back down to our iron blocks that we had started placing, but we didn't finish placing them all. And we're going to place us, it should be 4 right here if you want to count to make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 2, 1, 2, and then we are going to go all the way over here to the far right, and then fill in underneath right here. Next thing we're going to do is on top in the middle of this kind of T-shaped area, we're going to place on top of iron block, we're going to place us white concrete. To the left of the white concrete, we are going to place us iron blocks. 2 to the left, 1, 2, and then we're going to place us I'm trying to decide what's the next best thing to do. Okay, thinking. Let's see. Alright, let's go up 3 on top of the left iron block. Actually, let's do it on both. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that makes 3. And there's 3 layers of 2. And then we're going to go from here all the way to birchwood logs that we had stopped at. And then we're going to take us our iron blocks. I'm going to fill in this little gap right here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And then we're going to go away a bit and just take a look at it, see how it looks so far. I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's just going to take a second because we're trying to place all these iron blocks and do the detail on the inside. This is when this spots take a little bit more time because of the detail, but it's not taking as long, so that's a good thing. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is on top of the birchwood log, we're going to place us diorite, then polished diorite to the right of it. Then we're going to place us and birchwood log, 2 to the right of the polished diorite, 1, 2, and then 2 on top of the birchwood logs, 1, 2. Then we place us polished diorite to the right of the normal diorite. Underneath the polished diorite, we are going to place us white concrete, and then white concrete again to the right of the white concrete. We're then going to place us an iron block to the right of the white concrete, and then place us 2 white concrete to the right of the iron block. 1, 2. Underneath the far right white concrete, we are going to place us 1 and then 1 to the right, like this. And then we are going to go back over to polished diorite, and we're going to place us 3 birchwood logs to the right. So 1, 2, 3. 3, there we go. And then we're going to place us, let's see, because the next thing we could do, I'm not going to continue to work on the outline just yet. I'm just going to continue to work on the rest of the build. So we're going to go over to white concrete that we placed right over here above the T-shape area, and place us iron blocks all the way up. And then we can go to the right of our little miniature Z, and we are going to place us a iron block at the far right bottom, and then we're going to place us white concrete to the right of it. So we're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. So far left, we're going to go 1, and then place 1 to the right of the far left, and then we're going to do another layer just like that. From there, what we're going to do next is we are going to, let's see, I'm trying to decide what's the next best thing. Let's go ahead and fill in this area with iron blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the little edge of the white concrete and build all the way down. And we're just going to fill this area in with iron blocks. And the iron blocks are a lot easier to fill in than the birchwood logs, so this is actually really good. Okay, so now what we can do from there is we can take us our iron blocks, and we're going to build from on top of the far right where we built down white concrete. We're going to build over to the left, so all the way over this, like this. We're going to go back over to the right and build all the way over to the left again. And then we're going to take us diorite, place it on top, on top of the birchwood log, and then 1 polished diorite to the right of it. Then place us a birchwood log to the right of the polished diorite, and then place us white concrete to the right of the birchwood log. We are then going to place us diorite on top of the birchwood log, and then on top of the white concrete, and then place us block iron 2 to the right of the white concrete, and then 2 birchwood logs on top of the iron blocks. We're then going to place us an iron block to the right of the birchwood logs, and then place us white concrete underneath that iron block. From there, we are going to place us a diorite on top of the right birchwood log, and then place us polished diorite to the right of it. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we are going to place us 3 white concrete to the right of the iron block, 1, 2, 3. On top of the far right one, we're going to build up 2, 1, 2. In the middle, we're going to place 1 to the right, 1. And then we are going to go to the middle of the one that we did 3 at the bottom right here, this bottom row. And we're going to go 2 down from the middle with iron blocks, 1, 2. And then place us white concrete. And then what we're going to do from there is place us 2 to the right with iron blocks, 1, 2. And then place us 2 white concrete to the right, 1, 2. And then we are going to go back over to the left, and the second one to the right iron block, and place down 2 white concrete, 1, 2. And then we're going to go we're going to go down 4 on the far right white concrete. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, in the middle of the white concrete, we're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to the right of the bottom right. So we had started, if I didn't explain this part good, we went down 1 and then just did 3, which is basically the middle in between the 2 points, and like that. So hopefully that made sense. And then underneath the white concrete right here, we're going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go down 2 white concrete, 1, 2. We are then going to go 1 to the right with iron block at the very bottom, and place us white concrete. Alright, from there, what I want to do next is, let's see here. Okay, there's so many different areas we can go and work on, so that's why I'm trying to figure it out as we go. We're going to go down to the white concrete right here, and we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's at the bottom with the far right of white concrete. And then we're going to go up to white concrete, or yeah, 1, 2, and then 1 up top to the left, or 1 to the left of the up top one. Next thing we're going to do from there is we are going to go up, back up here to the far right white concrete. We're going to place an iron block on top of it, and then 1 to the right, and then place a white concrete to the 1 to the right of the iron block we had just placed. And then we're going to place us 2 iron blocks to the right of it, 1, 2, and then we're going to place 3 white concrete to the right of the iron blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then in the middle we're going to place up 2, 1, 2, and then on the far left we're going to go 1 and then 1 to the right, and then we're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. And then on the far right, or far left, we're going to place this iron block, and then place us 2 down, 1, 2, and then 1 to the right at the bottom. Alright, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go, we're going to go on top of the white concrete and go up 1 like this, then go 3 to the right, 1, first 1 on top, and then 2 to the right, 1, 2, and so that's 3 in total. And then we're going to go on top of this, we're going to go 4 to the right of it, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way back and just 1 over the edge before we had it right there. And then from there we are going to place us 2 iron blocks in between the white concrete right here, 1, 2, and then place us white concrete 2 on top, 1, 2, and then you want to go from the far left over to right 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then from there we are going to let's go to the bottom right here of the white concrete, and we got 2 to right, 1, 2, then white concrete, 1, 2, then white block of iron, 1, then white concrete on top. Then we're going to place us 3 white concrete to, or 5 white concrete to the right of the iron block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then next thing we're going to do is, because I want to start down low right here, I want to go and I want to we're going to go up to on top of the white concrete sticking up right here. So we're going to go 1, 2 iron blocks, and then we're going to place 2 white concrete to the right at the bottom, 1, 2, and then 3 on top of that, 1, 2, 3, like this. And then starting on the far right, we're going to go over 4 to the right, or to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go from the far right, we're going to go 1 over to the left, and then we place 1, and then we're going to go 2, 3. So it should look like this. Then on top of the far right, we're going to place 1, and then places a birchwood log in between the white concrete right there. Up left diagonal from the birchwood log, we're going to place us an iron block, and then we're going to place 3 white concrete to left the iron block. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to place an iron block in between the white concrete right here. Now I know it looks like a mess, but it's all coming together actually really nice. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get all the little areas of the white concrete done, so that way we can just come back through and fill them in with iron blocks. And that's basically what I had to do over here on the Naruto one on the left side, because it was all red sand. And I'll just keep comparing it to that to kind of give you a good idea of how I'm doing this and stuff, so you guys know exactly what I'm doing and it's not just random. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do here is we are going to build 5 to the right of the, actually let's make this easier. I'm going to go over to the I'm going to build white concrete over on top of the white concrete we have right here, and then we're going to go 3 over. 1, 2, 3, like that. And then we're going to go 1 in, and then just build it all the way over to the left to right here, right where we stop in front of the iron blocks, because we're going to take the iron block right here and we're going to build up 1 on top of it and go 2 to the left, 1, 2, and then we're going to go down below, we're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. On top of the 2 that we just, or the 3, we're going to place 1, 2, like this. Now on top of the iron blocks, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to start off with, and then we are going to we're going to go ahead and fill this all the way down to where we have the other one. And then at the point that we go all the way down, we're going to go 2 to the right of it with iron blocks, 1, 2, and then place us white concrete at the right of it. We're then going to go back over to the left on top of the white concrete. We're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do another layer of 4 on top of it, like this. And there we go. Okay. Next thing we're going to do from there is we are going to take us a birchwood log and place it to the right of the polished diorite, and then place the iron block to the right of the birchwood log. We are then going to place us polished diorite on top of the iron block, and then place us diorite upright diagonal from it on top of the white concrete, and then place us block of iron down right diagonal from the diorite, and then place us a birchwood log on top of the iron block. Upright from the birchwood log, we're going to place us diorite, and then place us 2 birchwood logs to the right. 1, 2. We are then going to place us diorite to the right of the, on top of the right birchwood log, and then place us 2 birchwood logs to the right. 1, 2. Then on top of the right birchwood log again, we're going to place this polished diorite, and then we're going to place 4 birchwood logs to the right of the polished diorite. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go from the far right 1 back to the left and place up 1. To the left of that 1 that we have sticking up, we're going to place polished diorite and then diorite. On top of the normal diorite, we're going to place, or on top of birchwood log, we're going to place normal diorite. And then to the right of the normal birchwood log, we're going to place this white concrete. And then at the bottom, white concrete. And then place us iron blocks in between the white concrete. And then place a birchwood log on top of it. And then place a polished diorite to the left and on top of birchwood log, and then to the left of the polished diorite that's on top of birchwood log, we place this normal diorite. Alright. And so yeah, we're actually doing amazing on time. I thought it was about over with, that we were about to run out of time, but no, we're actually doing pretty good. So next thing we're gonna do in between this large gap is we're actually gonna start filling up birchwood logs again. So we're gonna start going, we're gonna go 2 layers of 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and then we're gonna go 1 iron block on the far left, and then we're gonna go 3 to the right with birchwood logs, 1 2 3, and then we're gonna go upright diagonal from the iron block, white concrete, and then 1 to the right of it, white concrete, and then we're gonna place us a birchwood log on top of the iron block, and then upright diagonal, we're gonna place us polished diorite, and then we're gonna place us to right polished diorite, white concrete. So we're gonna go 1 2, and then polished diorite upright diagonal from the white concrete, or upright diagonal from the other polished diorite, my bad. Okay, next thing we're gonna do from there is we are going to alright, we're gonna take us our iron blocks, and we're gonna go on the right of the white concrete, we're gonna go 1, and then we're gonna go 2, so 1 2 like this, and then we're gonna go from the second one all the way over to the left right there, and we're gonna place 2 to the right of the white concrete right here, 1 2, oh 1 2, and then we're gonna go 1 to the left of the far right, and then go all the way over to the left again. We're gonna do a layer 3, so 1 2 3 like that, and then we're gonna go from the white concrete all the way 1 past the iron block, so 1 like that, and underneath it we're gonna do 2 white concrete, so underneath the far iron block, and then the 1 to the left of it, and then place the iron block to the right of it. Okay, so we are almost at a very, very interesting part. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Once we get there. And this part is we'll basically be finishing up the outline right here, and basically using a whole bunch of birchwood logs. So that's why I call it interesting, because that's going to be the finishing touches to finishing up this part, and then we'll be doing another the other layer on top of it. Okay, so to finish off the video before we end here, I want to quickly, let's see, since we placed down the iron blocks, we're going to take our birchwood logs and we're going to build it over to the iron blocks. So we're going to go 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then we're going to go in 1 like this, so 1 over to the left, and then we go 1 2 3 4, and then we're going to do from the white concrete to the right 4, 1 2 3 4, and then in between the two and directly in the middle you want to go 1 2 like this, and then quickly place diorite to the left, upright diagonal from the polished diorite, upright diagonal from the diorite to the right of the polished diorite, and then diorite up, down right diagonal, polished diorite, down right diagonal, polished diorite, down right diagonal. You're going to place diorite to the right of the polished diorite, and then place diorite underneath the normal diorite. And then you're going to place birchwood log underneath the polished diorite like this. And so what we'll do is we will continue all of this in the next video, and continue work on the right side and try to get all this done. We are almost ready to fill this in. As you can see, we've made a buttload of progress. Now this pixel art isn't as long, but it's just as tall. So yeah, I guess it'll be really interesting to see how this all turns out while working on it in the tutorial and stuff. because whenever you're doing it in tutorial, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say before ending the video, it's a lot easier doing it out, like not doing in the tutorial, because I just go as fast as I can, and you know, it's a lot easier that way. But during the tutorial, I have to describe where to place each and every single block, which, you know, it's quite difficult at sometimes, but I hope, you know, I'm explaining it good enough for you guys to understand and stuff. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far. If you have, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so that way you never miss an X or Juice WRLD Pixar tutorial. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!